Hey guys, I'm Jax.
And I'm Victoria.
And you're listening to
Like Totally Random, a new podcast about music, movies, Netflix, and everything in between. Hey guys, you might notice a little difference in our sound quality. Jax was out of town, and so she's joining us via Skype, but we tried our best to make it as cohesive as possible, and stay tuned for better audio in the following episodes. So Jax, what's a random thing that you did this weekend, or like something random that you thought about?
Actually, I had a little bit of a photo shoot.
Oh, okay.
This is literally like totally random. So I went to my friend's house this weekend. She has a pool in Burbank.
Sounds bougie.
It is and it isn't. So like it's a very, chill place. The house is nice and homey. It's not, opulent or anything, but it is such a nice, relaxing place to just like sit with your friends. And like, so me and two of my girlfriends kind of needed a girls' day.
Right.
And, like, sit by the pool. And all of a sudden, I don't know, have you ever had Trulies?
No.
They're the like mixed drinks that come in a can.
Oh my God.
So, Monica.
How convenient. Yeah.
Not like that, but like a better version. But Trulies are like if you like spritz, like, or if you like LaCroix.
I don't. Because LaCroix are like you thought about fruit 3 days ago, and now you're drinking like the idea of a fruit.
What about Perrier? Do you like Perrier?
No, I don't like I think that's what it is I don't like sparkling waters. Okay. I like still waters because they run deep.
Okay, so you're not going to like these at all. This is not the commercial for you.
Okay.
But I had like one of these Trulies last week when I went camping, and all of a sudden my friend
is this like a White Claw kind of thing?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband literally bought me White Claws on Sunday.
Fuck off.
Yeah, because I love them so much. I'm a basic white bitch now.
Oh my God.
A basic bitch now.
Oh God.
So anyway, she had these Trulies at the pool, and one turned into like 7 or 8.
Nice.
They're just that easy to go down.
Huh. So like a wine cooler, if you will.
It's definitely a classier version. A classier 2019 version of wine cooler. I'd like to think that I'm a little bit classier than wine coolers. But they're actually quite tasty.
Okay.
So their totally random thing that happened was that I had these 7 or 8 little tiny cans of Truly, and all of a sudden a Truly photo shoot happened. So I'll post that up on the vlog. And Truly, if you're out there, you definitely legitimately have a really good photo coming your way. So,
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
I mean, fun fact about Jax, the second she has like a sip of alcohol, she's the photographer. It's selfies this, selfies that. Everybody get a group shot.
Oh my God.
I love it though.
Oh, that's nice. It's literally the only time I'm like that though.
I'm never like that. Even when I drink, I'm always like, all right, I'm busy having fun. I'm busy having my drink. And I never get pictures. I don't have any pictures with any of my friends.
I know. It's so hard. And like somebody has to be that designated person.
It's true.
Or nothing ever happens.
It's true.
Yeah. And I think we're terrible at getting like photos together.
Absolutely.
Do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like we almost, well, except for the last time, but like we almost never take out our phones and like kind of have a really good moment.
I just like living in the moment. Same. That's what it is. I like experiencing.
I say same, but also there's 20 photos of the same exact pose on my phone.
Yeah.
Last time we went out. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, awkward.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. What about you? Any random thoughts or any ideas from this past weekend?
I didn't really do that much this weekend. It was so fucking hot here in LA, but my little brother wanted to go see a movie. He's like such a movie buff. Oh. He loves watching movies. He loves going to the theater. He literally went to the theater Saturday night with his friend, and then we went on Sunday. Oh, damn. He's like obsessed. But we saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh my God, jealous.
It was, I have really mixed feelings about it, but it was good.
Okay.
I laughed.
Okay.
I'm going to try to avoid any spoilers here.
Oh yeah, true.
But basically okay, so all of Quentin Tarantino's movies are kind of like
fucked up.
I mean, yes. But also they're kind of alternate revenge kind of films. Like Inglourious Bastards, where it was like, obviously we know how history went, but in that it was like a revenge film, and like they took down the Nazis by themselves.
Right. Death Proof
Yep.
Revenge for some wrongdoing.
So it's that same kind of thing. So basically they rewrote the story of Sharon Tate and Charles Manson.
Oh, I didn't actually realize what that was about.
I wish I knew that going in, because the whole time I was like, oh God, when is this going to happen? Oh God, like the whole time. So I'm just throwing that out there so that everybody knows that's kind of what it's about. It's honestly a really small part of the movie. It's not even like a big thing. But I feel like I was low-key stressed, like thinking about how that was going to go down the whole time.
Thinking what was going to come eventually.
Right, exactly. Because I'm like, I know how the story goes. We all know how that story really went. So the whole time I was like, low-key stressed.
I mean, if you live in LA, you definitely know what happened to Sharon Tate. If you don't live in LA, maybe go...
I think everybody knows about Charles Manson.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
And Sharon Tate.
I don't know. I feel like Charles Manson, yes, 100%, but then Sharon Tate, like, I don't think they maybe know, like, the backstory. Or I
mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's interesting because they stick to it pretty well up to a certain point, and then it kind of deviates. Yeah, but it's fucking hilarious, dude.
I mean, how could you get away from Brad Pitt and Cabaret?
Okay, here is the only kind of spoilery thing I will say, because it's something that doesn't happen, and the whole time you're expecting it.
They don't make out.
No, they don't!
What the fuck?
I'm so mad!
Dude, the whole time I've been thinking, do they make out?
Literally, literally the entire time. From the beginning of the movie, where they're kind of like, there's one part where Leo gets like upset or whatever, and he like rests his head on Brad Pitt's shoulder, and Brad Pitt's like, all right now, like in a very 60s like macho kind of way. And I'm like, are they secretly gay? Are they secretly together? Is that what this whole like public persona is? And the entire time I'm like, oh, okay, they get back to his house. Nope. Okay, this time. Nope. Oh, this time. Nope.
No.
I'm so fucking mad.
What the fuck?
It was like the gayest not gay movie I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of gay movies.
That's a damn tragedy.
What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, not to say that they weren't gay in the movie. Maybe they were secretly in love, and maybe we're reading between the lines, but...
I just want to see them make out.
Me too.
You, me, and every single person I can
literally everybody. You know they didn't want to...
Even my husband would like to... see them make out. That would be a coupling. I would be 100%.
I know, weird, but
like a
GoFundMe. A GoFundMe. You know they were probably like, nah, we're not doing that.
Come on.
So stupid.
Has Leo ever gone there?
I don't think so.
Has Brad ever gone there?
I don't think so.
That is a damn shame.
I don't know. Well, okay, but Brad Pitt was in Interview with a Vampire. The gayest film that wasn't gay. I take it back. That's truly the gayest film that wasn't gay.
It was quite gay.
It was so gay.
Him and his long hair.
Oh my God.
It was so beautiful.
And how Brad Pitt was like, not Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise was obsessed with him the whole time.
That's true.
I don't remember which one's Lestat and which one's the other one.
Lestat is Tom Cruise.
Okay. Yeah. So I was just like, I'm really disappointed. I'm not going to lie to you. There is going to be an extended cut on Netflix that's 4 hours long. This movie is so long. We left at, the movie started at 5:45 and we got back at like 9 p.m. The movie is like 2 hours and 40 minutes or so.
Jesus.
And like most of the action is like the last 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's classic.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Drags you along. There's a lot of dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I love Quentin Tarantino. Like, most of my favorite movies are made from him.
Yeah. I think definitely there's some problematic shit with his movies, but I think that's the case across the board. Yeah. And I just like them. They're like a feel good time.
But also really weird and strange.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
super gory.
You don't really know what the fuck you're gonna get.
No.
Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, from obviously, like how I kind of mentioned before, Death Proof, that was super gory, super intense, and that came out with Planet Terror.
I don't think I saw that one.
I love that one, actually.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, guys, definitely go see it. They came out at the same time. He did like that double feature. Both of those are some of my favorites, but then like once you get into like, what's that one famous one with Bruce Willis?
What?
Pulp Fiction. Like, Pulp Fiction wasn't necessarily gory.
That's not Bruce Willis. Is it? Yeah, am I on drugs?
Yep, you are.
Pulp Fiction!
Yeah.
No, that's not Bruce Willis.
Yes, it is.
I mean, he's in it briefly, but he's not the main dude.
No, I didn't say he was.
Okay.
But like...
Really? You wouldn't say Samuel L. Jackson?
Or John Travolta?
Yes! Or Uma Thurman. Like, literally.
I don't know why I always think of Bruce Willis in this. I think because I think of that side... Am I crazy?
No, yeah, the side story.
The side story of them. I don't know why, but obviously Wallace and then Uma.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Mr.
always
Wallace.
relate to Bruce Willis to Pulp Fiction.
What? That is so... He has like one of the smallest parts. You know what I always forget about? And, like, I'm glad I forget about it until I remember again? That weird fucking GIMP scene in Pulp Fiction.
That's literally what I thought.
That literally just fucked me up again.
Like, just filming that might have been...
Somebody wrote that.
Dude.
Somebody put that in the screenplay.
Like, when did they write that? Did they, like, base that whole part of the movie off of that scene?
I guess.
Because it's just so fucking intense. Literally.
It's so weird. I hate that scene so much. I don't ever want to think about it again.
I love watching that movie, but I won't want to.
I will skip it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I never fast forward through anything. I would skip that heartbeat.
It's just fucking cringe. It's just unnecessary.
I agree. Honestly. It's just so much.
Like, there's definitely a part of it where I go, well, he's being a little bitch now, and now he's bitch. So, like, I get that aspect of it. If Quentin wrote that part, what the fuck?
I mean, I guess just for, like, shock value, because Pulp Fiction realistically is one of the least gory movies of his. So I guess maybe, like...
Had to have something.
Yeah. Like, something to get his rocks off.
I guess. So maybe that part was for him and not necessarily for anybody else.
Maybe. I mean, I think that's what his movies are. It's like a giant circle jerk to whatever he's into, you know?
True. But it just so happens to be that fucking good.
I know, they are. Well, because they're funny. And, like, they're gory, but, like, it's overdone in a way that it's, like, obviously... Hilarious. Yeah, exactly. It's obviously not meant to be, like, serious or anything like that. So basically, like, I feel like his movies are just, like, whatever he wants to talk about. And this one was really, like, the ode to the film, the old Western, and just, like, Hollywood in general.
Right.
Like, 60s Hollywood. It was such an interesting era. The 60s have never really been, like, top era for me. You know, I'm more of, like, a 30s, 40s, 50s, and then probably cut to...
The 90s.
The 80s. 90s. 80s only recently. I hated the 80s until recently, and now the nostalgia's here.
Yeah.
So the 60s was pretty interesting, especially like the hippie dynamic and everything like that. I'm like, oh my god.
I love the 60s.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of my like home aesthetic is kind of based off of, not necessarily like, I don't get too flower child or flower power, but I get a lot of like my colorways from the 60s and 70s. I like how they kind of use different sort of like textures together. I'm like getting off topic here, but I quite like those eras. Yeah, I'm totally different in that way, where I'm like, give me, you know, some oranges and yellows.
Those are my least favorite colors.
And some floral.
Oh, I hate florals.
And I'll be great.
This is exactly why I don't like the 60s. Actually, it's all making sense now. I hate floral patterns except for certain ones. I hate orange. Really don't like yellow. Like...
It's because you're so pale.
I wonder if something happened to me. If that was like a past life.
Yeah.
And I died in the 60s.
In the 60s?
Fuck. That'd be interesting.
So you liked it though, overall?
Yeah, overall I liked it. I'm probably going to rewatch it, even though it's like 900 years long.
So I'm confused. They're putting an extended scene on Netflix?
Yeah, so when it releases on Netflix, they're going to do like the full uncut.
Okay.
I guess there was a lot of cameos and things like that they had to cut for the movie.
Because it was longer?
Because it was too long, yeah. So it's going to be like 4 hours or something. It's already almost 3, so I'll probably watch it, see what's in. Maybe the Brad Pitt, Leo DiCaprio making out scene is in there.
Maybe it's on the fucking floor.
The like, cutting room floor.
They're making out for like 2 hours. It doesn't really make sense.
Or they're like, the audience gets it. We don't need to be obvious about it.
We shouldn't be that obvious about it. Nobody wants to see this.
Literally everybody wants to see this. The whole time I was watching it, and I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to cover like my brother's eyes. How's my brother going to take this? Oh my god.
Love it.
But what's really cool is how they really transport you back into LA in the 60s. And like, as I've said a million times, I love movies that LA is a character of and like such a huge part of the movie. And obviously it's all like the Hollywood Hills, it's Burbank, it's like the studios, it's just such a dream.
And especially because like while we, you know, do come from LA, we live on the outskirts of LA, and you really just cannot get a vibe of what LA is like until you live here, or unless you have visited like many times. It really is its own monster in a way. And
the crazy part is everybody has this idea that you're going to come to Hollywood and it's all glamorous. You guys, LA's dirty as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting. We have some of the highest amount of homeless.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, there's no other places for them to go.
Yeah.
So a lot of LA has not been kept up very well.
Nope.
But on that note, we have decided to give you a list of our top 5 places that you should go when visiting LA.
If you're thinking of doing like super touristy things, or if you are in LA and maybe you're a recent transplant and your family's going to come out and visit, make sure you're not living on Skid Row.
Which is bad, by the way.
Yeah, you don't want to go there. I fucking went there once on accident.
What?
Like made a wrong turn. Oh my God.
Made a wrong turn?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know.
You went over the bridge and then you were fucked.
I guess. I don't know what the hell we were doing that we just like ended up on Skid Row and we were like, it's fine, just keep walking. And I mean, it was fine.
You
it wasn't
walking?
Yeah.
OMG.
I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten lost in like South Central at night.
It's because South Central and Compton are so close to the airport.
Right.
And so I feel like 1 or 2 wrong turns and boom.
It's true. And one of my really good friends went to USC.
Oh, right.
And I remember one time we were just drunkenly walking to like whatever the next bar was or whatever. Like no big deal, not a care in the world. And I'm like, the fuck was I doing?
I can't understand how one of the most prestigious colleges in this country has around it, streets and streets of homelessness.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing.
It's kind of sad if you think about it, that they're not putting any of those resources into the actual fucking city that they're in.
Totally. Like, if you're not giving back to the cities that you inhabit, what the fuck?
I agree.
Anyways, so places you guys should actually go when wanting to take your family or any really tourist spot.
I mean, yeah, I feel like because we live here, there's so many things that I haven't done that any tourist off the, street has gone to. Because I live here, it's not like a big thing for me.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to start doing more touristy shit. I want to like see my own city, you know?
Yeah, I think we should. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
So what would be like one of your favorite things to do?
Okay, whenever somebody comes to visit, I actually go here all the time myself because I fucking love it. The Getty Center.
Me too.
It is so amazing. The view from up there is incredible. You can see all of LA and you can see all the way to the ocean.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Especially on a really clear day. It is beautiful. And like, truth be told, guys, like, okay, yes, we live in LA and, I think you hear a lot of hype about it, but we have quite a lot of smog. And
it's marine layer, Jax.
Oh, sorry.
It's not smog, it's the marine layer.
Dirt layer. You definitely have to pick the right day to go to the Getty, but outside of the view, oh man, if you go inside to the various different sections of the Getty, so the Getty is actually, most importantly, a museum.
Yes, absolutely.
Dedicated to different sorts of contemporary.
Yeah. There are a few exhibits that remain the same all throughout the year, but then there's some revolving ones. The photography one is always different.
Oh my God, I love that photography one.
Some of the shit I've seen.
Hours in that exhibit.
Same. It's my favorite part of the museum. I mean, I don't love like the religious paintings and things like that. It's a little like overdone for me. Yeah. But I love that. I love the Greek stuff, the statues and everything like that. Even they have like layouts of like a Louis XIV era. I think they actually have his bed there, but they have it built like rooms and with the actual furniture and everything. Obviously you can't sit on it, but it's so cool. Yeah.
I haven't been there in about a year or so, but anytime, so I'm half Australian, anytime my family or my friends come over, like it's on the top of our list.
Yeah, absolutely. And the garden is beautiful as well, especially if you go in springtime, everything's blooming. Yeah. I went last time for Mother's Day. Perfect. We'll post some pictures.
Yeah, that sounds good. Victoria is a very good photographer, guys.
I'm an okay photographer, but thank you.
So all of the photos you see on our website are Victoria's photos, and pretty much everything we post in our Instagram, across our social media, is all from Victoria. So yeah, she is a great photographer, and definitely give her props if you see anything you like.
Or even if you don't.
I'm
just kidding. Keep that to yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, so what would your kind of top spot be?
I actually quite like Santa Monica, like Santa Monica Pier. It's definitely, a very touristy, but for good reason. There's things to do while being on the beach. Quintessentially, if you come to California, if you're not going to stick your toes in the Pacific Ocean, then you're silly.
Also, heads up, the Pacific Ocean is fucking freezing all the time.
All the time, and it's disgusting.
Yeah,
So at
especially
least,
Santa Monica.
Exactly. So, like, at least with Santa Monica, the pier, like, you have rides and you have food. And you have, like, restaurants around the pier to kind of distract you away from the very little happiness you're going to be getting from the beach itself. But it's good. It's, especially if you have, like, a family. I have a kid.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think a lot of those things need to happen. I think you need to go to places that you can, you know, find joy for different types of ages. Right. And they're great, you know, photo backdrops. So.
It's true. Yeah.
I
actually hate the Santa Monica Pier. I mean, I still go, like, anytime somebody comes to town, but my dad used to take us there all the time, and it was so fucking boring. It's fun if you play the games and you're a kid and everything like that, and I remember I used to ride the little carousel and everything.
Yeah.
So it's fun, but I just got so burnt out, I never want to go to the pier again.
Yeah, I think when you live in LA, I think you do these things, and you just get over it.
It's true. Like Universal Studios. Oh my God, I never want to go back there.
Yeah, I don't either, but I also really want to go to Hogwarts.
I did, so I don't need to go again.
Yeah. One of these days I will go, and then I'll never need to go for another, like, 30 years, and then I'll be dead, so we'll be fine.
It's worth it for that. It really is. And the tickets aren't crazy like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What I really like in Santa Monica is the 3rd Street Promenade. That's my favorite thing to go to.
Dude, yes.
I went a couple months ago when I went to Tacotopia. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later? You didn't even notice you did that.
Oh my God. Anyway. They made it really cute. They have, like, Adirondack chairs out, and Adirondack chairs are those ones that, like, you always see, like, on people's lawns. The ones that are wood, and they have, like, the thicker wood plank, and they have they lean back a little bit, and they have the arm rest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are called Adirondack chairs.
Adirondack?
Adirondack. I think perhaps they originated in the Adirondacks. Don't ask me where that is, because I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I just know about this because I worked at World Market for 500 years, and some little old lady asked me for some Adirondack chairs, and I looked at her like she was insane.
I know, you know.
So you're welcome.
I know.
But anyway, they have a bunch of those and, like, string lights, and, like, it's just really cute. It used to be not awful, like, it's always been nice, but, like, now it's really, it's like a destination.
Yeah.
And you always have, like, the street performers and stuff like that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I actually do take quite a lot of joy in watching them. Some of them are just so talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, take all of my cash, which is usually like $1.
Yeah.
Who has cash anymore? Do you take like the square, or like,
probably?
Would you like to steal my identity?
He's probably like, Venmo me.
Here's my GoFundMe link, please.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I quite like 3rd Street Promenade, and they've got a lot of different sorts of stores and brands in there now that you might not be able to find in other places.
It's true.
So that's a lot of fun, kind of, if you're, you know, obviously if you're coming to California, a quintessential thing to do is to go shopping. Right. And to kind of get some pieces from, you know, LA, and a lot of those places, like Nasty Gal is there. Yeah. So if you like Nasty Gal, you know, that's definitely a place to be. They've got some really good photo props in Nasty Gal as well. Oh. So that's an interesting, this isn't an ad for Nasty Gal. No. But we are also Nasty Gals. And I'm totally happy taking free clothing. Absolutely. Sponsor. I have my eye on some cheetah print boots. Yeah, you do. Yeah, so it is a really good place for shopping. Yeah, and like eating and just spending the afternoon. Yeah. Pro tip, park in the mall. Do not park on the street. Do not pay for public parking. Park in the mall. It is safer. It smells less like pee. Yeah. 2, the price is going to be a lot better. Yeah. It's only like $12 or $14. Yeah, it's really not bad. And I think maybe if you buy something, they validate. I don't remember. It's been a while. Nice. I think they do. Yeah. So another place you could go, which I went to a couple of weekends ago, is Venice. Oh, you have to go to Venice if somebody comes in from out of town. Yeah, I'm torn on this one. So like, I hate it. My daughter really loved it. Like, there is so much going on in Venice. Like, you have all of the people out on the sidewalks, like, selling their wares. You have a lot of, you know, street performers. You have a lot of performers, not just musical, but also, you know, just kind of like fire twirlers. Yeah. Especially on the weekends, like, you can see a whole bunch of skateboarders and bodybuilders and basketball players. Right. There's a lot going on. So if you're expecting a lot of action, that's definitely the place to go. I'm not saying it feels safe. Because it don't. Nope. I'm not saying it's clean. Nope. Because it ain't. But you will get a tattoo for $40. Yep. And you could definitely find a really banging kebab.
Oh, yeah. You could also visit the doctor while you're there.
That's true.
Not as big of a thing now that California's legalized marijuana, but...
That's true.
Oh, boy. You could also get some fire mixtapes while you're there. Oh, my God. The amount of times a man has handed me his mixtape and expected me to pay him for it.
Ugh, it's crazy. I wonder how people sell mixtapes now.
By pressure.
No.
Literally.
No. I know that.
No, still on Venice, pressuring little girls. They're like... I literally was like maybe 17 and this dude was like, take this. And I was like, I don't want it. I don't have any money for it.
Just swipe. Give it. Where's your square?
Yeah, I'll follow you on SoundCloud. Don't worry.
There we go. Yeah, it's a bit much, not going to lie, but it is pretty quintessential when you come to California.
Yeah.
And, you'll definitely find some hippies there. You'll definitely find possible homelessness.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, it's definitely an experience, and I think that's probably a really good word for California.
In general, yeah.
So many experiences around here. Sure.
And I mean, it's cool, I think, as long as you know what to expect, as long as you don't think it's as glamorous as they make it on TV.
Yeah.
But it is cool, it's fun. There's a really cool bookstore out there. Oh. The canals are really neat, too. Those are perfect Instagram spots for taking pictures and everything.
Yeah, lots of, really amazing artists, graffiti, and
Yeah.
Agreed.
And then, right around the corner is, I think it's Main Street, and it's, a little strip of the street that has some really cool stores. Muji is out there, if anybody's really into stationery and, weird Japanese home goods. That place is so cool, dude. But yeah, there's a lot of murals and things like that to check out as well. If you're going to Venice, you might as well go there, get the Instagram snaps.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Mm-hmm. I think if you're kind of, a budding photographer, I think there's quite a lot of things to absorb in Venice. Mm-hmm. So definitely check that out as well.
Speaking of dirty.
Great segue. Speaking of disgusting.
Speaking of you go and then you quickly leave, obviously you have to do Hollywood Boulevard. You've got to do the Walk of Fame. Everybody wants to go there. Yeah. You have to. The Chinese theater, Grauman's Chinese theater. Yeah. I actually, fun story. When I was little and I was at summer camp or something with the YMCA, we went to the Chinese theater to watch Mulan when it first came out in the 90s. Wow. Yeah. And I just remember being so fucking cold in there. It was literally so cold. And my mom, every time I went to go see a movie, she's like, take a jacket. You always get cold. And I was too stubborn. Because I didn't want to lug it around.
Moms are always right, 10% of the time.
Yeah. 90% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, exactly. So the last time quite a few of my family came, which was for my wedding, we took them and we were literally in and out in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a quick okay, take your pictures, find the stars that you want, stick your hands in the handprints and the shoe prints, take a quick look around that gallery that's there, that mall, and then you leave. Yeah,
and then also rub your hands with some antibacterial.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Yeah.
People can put their hands
in it. I know. Ugh. It's fun. It's cool. It's very... Hollywood, you have to do it. Yeah. But, again, don't expect it to be, shining neon lights and, cool.
Definitely be aware of your surroundings and your belongings.
Especially in touristy spots like this.
Yeah. So anybody who's coming to LA, we're just trying to give you a good idea of the places you should go, but you should also be really aware of what you're in for. Mm-hmm. And we're not here to fluff up LA.
No.
You should definitely check out these places, but definitely go in knowing what you're getting into.
Yeah. And I love LA. I honestly wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I think this is the best fucking place on earth.
It is pretty great. Definitely a lot of culture and different sorts of things to do.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of possibilities here. You can, if you want to be a hermit, you can be a hermit easily. There's Grubhub, there's Postmates, you're good. If you want to go out and be that kid who's always at a show, you can. If you want to go to those weird art galleries and say snooty shit, you can do that too.
That's true.
Laugh Factory, you can laugh your whole ass off.
Totally. And I think you had one more place you'd like to go to.
Yeah, so speaking of LA as part of film, one of my favorite spots is the Griffith Park Observatory.
Oh, yeah.
I could go there as many times as possible. Parking is a bitch, so expect to do quite a few laps or have to park on the hill and walk up.
Yeah.
That's where Runyon Canyon is. So I'm sure you hear people on like reality TV shows and like everybody's all hiking out there, but really they just want to show off their new Lululemons.
Yep, and post it on Instagram.
Yep.
I don't really know that many people. I mean, like, for the people who live around that area, I'm sure they use Runyon as an actual place of exercise, but I feel like I just see people taking photos.
No, 100%.
Including myself.
I mean, obviously. I'm not going to go fucking hiking, though. Like, but yeah, I mean, obviously there's the bust of James Dean there. You haven't seen Under the Silver Lake, but...
It's coming. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it this weekend.
Anyway.
No, I'm not doing it this weekend.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Just kidding.
Do it ASAP. Whatever. A scene from Under the Silver Lake was filmed there. What was the phrase? It was like rub the head and wait under. I can't remember which scientist. You have to watch it. It's really good.
I watched the trailer and it does look intriguing.
It's insane.
Yeah, it also looks insane. Yeah. I think I know what I'm getting into, but I like that because like I'm so sick of watching the same thing. Yeah. And Andrew Garfield somehow plays strange and insane. He's like kind of sexy.
I know. He's like so gross. He's like what do they call that? Not like a trash bro, that's what I call it. But like whatever Pete Davidson is, like that kind of grody bro. That's what he plays in this movie, but it works. I'm not mad about it.
I didn't realize that was him on the poster.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, that makes sense because it doesn't really look like him. Right. But I'm happy about that. It does look interesting, so I think I'm going to try and watch other videos.
Okay. So, guys, what are your favorite spots in LA? Did you visit anything that you thought was going to be amazing and was actually disappointing, or vice versa? Let us know. We want to explore more of our own city, and we look forward to your suggestions. Be sure to tweet us or contact us via our website, liketotallyRandom.com. Bye!